Dear learners, welcome to SwayamPrabha channel 14 DTH. This channel is dedicated to providing 24 into 7 mode educational video content to students, teachers and lifelong learners across India, covering a wide array of subjects. Today's discussion focuses on library classification practice using the DDC 23rd edition with special emphasis on class 900. That is history and geography with special reference to division of class 900 to 940 as per the DDC 23rd edition. Now dear learners, see the outline of today's discussion. That's mean what will we discuss this class. First we will see an outline of this discussion which has been divided into 3 parts. Discussion on class 900 in DDC 23rd, that is history and geography. Division of class 900 to 940 in DDC covering various topics such as history, geography and auxiliary disciplines, geography and travel, biography and genealogy, history of ancient world to CA 499 and history of Europe. And we will see some examples and illustration for better understanding of these classes. This structure breakdown provides a clear and systematic way to understand how history and geography are categorized in DDC 23rd edition. There is a photograph in this slide which has been taken from the internet and it contains a visual representation of the class 900, that is history and geography. Now learners, let's begin. Now let's first understand what cohorts in history and geography and auxiliary disciplines are. In the Dewey Decimal Classification 23rd edition, class 900 is dedicated to history, geography and auxiliary disciplines. This class covers a broad range of topics including historical studies, geographical studies, biographies and travel. Let's break it down further for better understanding. So first, 900 history, geography and auxiliary disciplines. This is the general category that includes history, geography and related subjects. It serves as an umbrella for the subdivisions below. Auxiliary divisions of history 900-909. These sections deal with general aspects of history including theory, philosophy, research and specific historical events. Then geography and travel, that's come under 910 to 919. This section focuses on physical geography, travel accounts, cartography and geographical exploration. History by region, that's cover 930 to 999. This section categorizes history based on regions, continents and specific countries. That is ancient history from 930 to 939 and history by continent and country from 940 to 99. Auxiliary disciplines comes under 900 to 909, cover general history related studies, philosophy research and methodology. Geography and travel comes under 910 to 919, deal with the cartography, regional geography and travel descriptions. History by region, that's come under 930 to 999, categorizes historical events and civilization by location. A screenshot from the schedule is given here for the pages number 860 of volume 3 for better understanding of this class. Now see the division of class 900. Here is a table. In left side there is a class and right side there is a division. 900 that's cover history, geography and auxiliary discipline. 910 covers geography and travel. 920 covers biography and genealogy. Genealogy means family history, and history of then 930 covers history of ancient world to CA 499. CA means circa year. That's mean around or approximately. Then 940, that is history of Europe. Then 950, history of Asia. 960, history of Africa. 970, history of North America. 980, history of South America. 990, history of other areas. Now we will see the detailed discussion or coverage of division class 900. Class 900 in the Dewey Decimal Classification covers a broad range of subjects including history, geography and related discipline. This class is structured to systematically organize materials related to human history, geographical studies, biographies and travel literature. This structure helps in organizing books systematically in libraries, making it easier for researchers and students to find relevant materials on history and geography. Class 910 covers geography, travel and cartography. It includes materials related to physical geography, human geography, maps, travel accounts and exploration. The class 910 to 919 covers anything from general geography to detailed regional studies, that is maps, travel literature and exploration accounts are included. Each continent has its own classification under 914 to 919. Class 920 covers biographies, genealogy and heraldry. It includes materials related to the life stories of individuals, family histories and studies of lineage of coats of arms. Here, heraldry means the history, the study of the history of the famous family. Individual biographies can also be classified in other DDC sections based on subject, that is a scientist biography in 500 and artist biography in 700. Class 930 covers the history of ancient civilization up to approximately 499 CE. This section includes information on early human societies, major ancient civilization, archaeology and cultural developments. 930 to 939 covers history of civilization up to 499 CE. Major ancient civilizations like Egypt, Rome, Greece, India and China have dedicated section. Archaeology and prehistory are included in 930. This class helps organize books related to ancient world history systematically. Class 940 in the Dewey Decimal Classification DD 23rd edition cover history of Europe, including major historical events, wars, cultural developments and national histories. It also includes World War I and II, medieval Europe and modern European history. Eastern and Western Europe have distinct class number. Each country's history is documented separately, making it easier for researchers. So from the class 950 to 990, we will discuss in the next class or next lesson. Details will be discussed in lesson 2 of the class 900. So here is a screenshot from the schedule of the class 900 and its division and subdivision for better understandings for the learners for the page number 861 of volume 3. Now we see the details of the class 900 to 940. Now we will see how you will classify the title of the historical documents in the library. So we will see some examples here and we will try to construct class number with the help of schedules. So the first example is events induced by human activity. So how to determine the class number? Here is the two main terms, that is events and another is human activity. So document discusses events caused by human activity. Finding the broad category, what will be the base number on main class? 900, that is history and geography. Since this deals with recorded events, it falls under 900. Locating the subcategory, that is 940, collected accounts of events. Events both natural and human induced belong to 904. Determining the specific classification, events induced by human activity, since this focuses on disasters caused by humans, that is wars, industrial accidents, terrorism, etc. It falls under 904.7. For your reference to page number 862 of volume 3 of the DDC 23rd edition, schedules provide further confirmation of this classification. So, the class number for this title will be 904.7. Now, we will see another example, that is Encyclopedia of History. So, how to classify this title as per the class number 900? There is two key words here. One is history, another is encyclopedia. So, first we have to identify the key elements, that is subject history, that falls under class 900. Then form, that is encyclopedia. Form means it may be dictionary, it may be encyclopedia, it may be serial publication. So here the encyclopedia, that's come under standard subdivision -03. Checking for it. So we'll see, or we'll check whether the ready-made class number is available for this title. From DDC volume 3, page 862, we find that dictionaries, encyclopedias, concordances of history are already classified under 903. So avoiding redundant standard subdivision, since 903 is explicitly listed in the schedule, using 900.03 would be incorrect. Standard subdivision should only be used when the form or viewpoint is not already inherent in the subject classification. Thus, the correct answer is 903, not 900.03. If a classifier insists on building the number manually, they might construct 900 plus -03 from table 1, leading to 900.03. However, this is unnecessary because 903 already exists as a predefined number in the schedules. Now, there is another example of the learners, that is physical geography of coastal regions. So we have to classify this number, or we have to prepare the class number as per DDC 23rd edition. So first we will identify the key elements. So subject, physical geography. Here is the key element. What is the subject? That is physical geography. That falls under class 910, that is geography and travel. Then specific focus. What is the specific focus? That is coastal region. Step 2. Check the available ready-made class number. According to DDC volume 3, page 867, physical geography falls under 910.021. For physical geography of areas, regions, places in general, the number is 910.021. Hence, there is instruction. Add to base number 910.021 the number following -1 in notation 11-18 from table 2. So, this is the table for geographic modifier. The instruction for 910.021 state here that add to base number 910.021 the numbers following -1 in notation 11-18 from table 2. From table 2, ocean and areas -1, land and land forms -14, coastal region -146. So the final step, synthesis. So the synthesis for this number is 910.02 plus -1, that is in red ink here, 46. This number has been taken from the table 2 as per the instruction of the schedule, and the -1 has been given in the bracket as the schedule instructs us. We have to follow the -1 in notation 11-18 from table 2. Hence, the class number is 910.01246. Now there is another example. We have seen in different historical documents there so many exploration and done by different countries and different persons. So here, for your better understanding, we have set a title, Exploration by United States. So what will be the class number of these historical documents? So first we will identify key elements. So what will be the main subject? Here main subject is exploration. That falls under geography and travel. That is the class number 910. Then here specific country. What is the specific country here? That is United States. Then step 2, check for a ready-made number in the schedule for this title. According to DDC volume 3, page 867, history, geographic treatment, biography comes under 910.9. Discovery and exploration by specific countries is classified under 910.93-910.99. That is available in page 871, volume 3. For your better understanding, the screenshot has been given here in the left side of the PPT. Then come to use table 2 for geographic location. The instruction for 910.9 state add to base number 910.9 notation 3-9 from table 2 for the country responsible. So here is the number of North America comes under -7, then United States -73. So what will be the synthesis now for this title? So the synthesis for this number is 910.9 plus 73. That has been taken from the table 2 as per the instruction for the preparation of this class number. So the final number will be 910.973. So dear learners, there is another examples. So example is maps of West Bengal. As we have seen in the library, maps is the important documents and material that helps the users for their information regarding the geographic information, political information, physical information of the location, particularly any states, country on world. So for your better understanding, we have chosen a title, Maps of West Bengal. So what are the main key points or key words in these titles? There are two titles in this title. There are two key words in this title. One is maps and another is West Bengal. So subject maps, that falls under geography and travel, that's come under class 910. Then a specific location, that is West Bengal. Then step 2, we can see in the schedule whether ready-made class number is available for this title. So from DDC volume 3, page 867, geography and travel comes 910. Geographic representation of the earth's surface, which includes maps, fall under 912, page 872, volume 3. That is given here for your better understanding from the schedule. Then maps of specific continents, countries or localities are classified under 912.32, that's 912.9. So now we have to use the table for geographic location. The instruction for 912 state that add to base number 912 notation 3-9 from table 2. From here we will get the number of West Bengal, under which first it will come Asia -5, then India -54, then West Bengal -5414. So the synthesis for this class number is 912 plus 5414. 5414, that has been come from the table 2 as per the instruction for the schedule. So the final class number is 912.5414. Now there is another example. What is the example? World history of Bengalis in 18th century. That means the title of the documents reflects in these books or documents the history created by the Bengalis in the 18th century has been depicted. As a classifier in the library, we have to classify this document as per DDC 23rd edition. So first we will identify the key elements. So what will be the subject? Subject will be the world history, that's fall answer 900. Then ethnic groups, that's in Bengalis, just like Punjabis, Keralian, Tamil. So here is the Bengalis, that's the ethnic groups. Then time period, in which period the history is related, that is 18th century. So now check the ready-made class number is available. So world history falls under 909, that is page 864, that is volume 3 of the schedule. History with respect to ethnic and national groups falls under 909.04. Specific ethnic and national groups are classified under 909.041-909.049. Then use table 5 for ethnic groups. The instruction for 909.04 state add to base number 909.04 notation 1-9 from table 5, then add 0. There is another instruction. So we have to very careful at the preparation of final class number, particularly this type of title or this type of document. And to the result, add the number following 909 in 909.1-909.8. From table 5, ethnic and national groups, other ethnic national groups comes under -9, then other Indo-European peoples, that is -91, then Bengalis, the number of the Bengalis is -9144. Then we have to add the time period for the 18th century. It comes under 909.1-909.8. The 18th century falls under 909.7. According to instruction, you have to add 0 before the historical period. So what will be the synthesis for this class? So 909.04 history with respect to the ethnic and national groups, add 9144, then add 0 as per the synthesis rule, then add 909.7, that is 18th century, from the 909.1-909.8 range. So what will be the synthesis? Synthesis will be 909.04 plus 9144, that is from table 2, that is ethnic and national groups, then 0 as per instruction in the schedule for the synthesis of this title, plus 909.7. Here 909 is given in the brackets, that means we have to follow or exclude this part for assigning the final class number for this title. So the final class number will be 909.4091447. Dear learners, there is another example to understand the class 920. So one example has been taken, that is collection of biographies of people resident in India. That means the title indicates that the people, their biography has been depicted in this document, and it is a collection. Which types of biographies and which country, particularly the Indian context. So first we have to identify what will be the main class number and what is the keywords here. Here is the keywords. So identify the key elements. First subject, collections of biographies, that falls under 900. Then biography, it is a form. Then geography focus, that's mean geographic location from which country the document is originated, or that is India. Then biography means genealogy, insignia falls under 920, that is page 881, volume 3 of the schedule. General collection of biography by specific continents, countries and localities falls under 9203-92009. Use of table 2 for geographic location. The instruction for 920.0 state add to base number 920.0 notation 39 from table 2. From table 2 we will get the number India, that is -4. So now we have to done the synthesis. So what will be the synthesis? That is 920.0, that is general collection of biography. Then add 54, that will come from the table 2. So what will be the final class number? Hence the class number will be 920.054. Now dear learner, there is another example for this class. The title is A Gazetteer of India. Gazetteer play important role as a document for the users. So we have to classify a Gazetteer of India and what will be the class number. So here is the two term, and one is Gazetteer, another is India. So now see the step-by-step breakdown of your approach. Step 1, identify key elements. What will be the subject? Here is the subject is Gazetteer. That falls under geography and travel, that's 910. Then geographic focus, that's means geographic location, that is India. Then geography and travel falls under 910, that is page 874, volume 3. The screenshot has been given here for a better understanding from the schedule. Geography and of travel in specific continents, countries, localities falls under 913-919. Gazetteers are classified under 003, dictionaries, encyclopedias, conferences, gazetteers. Now table 2, used for geographic location. The instruction for 91 geography of specific places state add to base number 91 notation 3-9 from table 2. So here is the number of India -54. Then add gazetteer notation. The DDC rules for 9.1 state that add further as follows: dictionaries, encyclopedias, concordances, gazetteers 003. So for your better understanding, 003, it has been given in the schedule, and a screenshot has been taken from the schedule, and it has been given for your better understanding. So after the adding 003, the synthesis is 9.1, this for the gazetteer, then 5.4 for India, that is table 2, and 003 for the number in gazetteers. Hence the class number is 915.4003. So now there is another example. There are many types of documents are available in the library for the ancient age of ancient period of the Indian context as well as world context. So here one title has been chosen as a history of Iron Age. So history of Iron Age, it is another example to understand the class history of ancient world 930. So here is a step-by-step breakdown for the preparation of class number. Step 1, identify key elements, that is subject history, time period Iron Age, part of the ancient world. And step 2, whether ready-made class number is available for this title. So we have to check the schedule. So check for a ready-made class number. History of the ancient world falls under 930. Archaeology, prehistory and ancient civilization falls under 930.1. And here you will see the Iron Age is specifically listed as 930.16. So confirm the ready-made class number. Since 930.16 Iron Age, particularly this term has been used in the schedule and it is enlisted in the schedule, is explicitly available in the schedule. So no further synthesis is required. So the final class number will be 930.16. So there is another example to see the history related to ancient history and particularly the reign of Ashoka. So again we have to identify key elements, subject reign, that is tenure of rule. Whose rule this one? This one is the rule of Ashoka. Then person, who is the person or who is the ruler at that time? That is the king Ashoka. Then what is the time period? That is the time period ancient Indian history. And region, where is the region? Region is the South Asia. So in previous title, whether any ready-made class number is available for this title. So we have to check the schedules. History of the ancient world falls under 930. History of the South Asia, that's come under India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Maldives, is classified under 934. Then Maurya dynasty, that is CA 322-185 BC, is classified under 934.04. Reign of Ashoka is specially listed as 934.045. So confirm the ready-made class number. Since 934.045 reign of Ashoka is explicitly available in the schedule as per the previous title or preparation of the previous class number of the title, no further synthesis is required for this title also. Here is another example to understand the class 940, that is European history. The example is the Russian Revolution. In library, there are different types of document, and one type of important documents is documents related to revolution in context of history. So we have to identify, or you have to identify the key elements here. So subject, what is the subject here? Revolution, that is political change. Then geography focus, that is here what? Time period. Here geographic focus, geographic location means here is Russia. Then time period 1917, that is revolution period. So European history falls under 940. History of Russia and neighboring East European countries falls under 947. Period 1855 is covered under 947.084. Period 1855 is covered under 947.08. The Soviet period, that is 1917-1991, time period is classified under 947.084. And the Russian Revolution, particularly the year 1917, is specially listed in 947.0841. That is the period of revolution, that is Alexander Kerensky, Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, etc. So confirm the ready-made class number. Since 947.0841, the Russian Revolution, that is 197, is explicitly available in the schedule, no further synthesis is required. Hence, the final class number will be 947.0841. Dear learner, so in the previous examples, you have learned how to construct or assign the class number, particular the historical documents. So we have taken a little bit big title, as you have already learned how to construct or assign the class numbers. Now see another example to understand the class 940, that is participation of Indian soldiers in World War II battles in France. So as per the DDC 23rd edition, for participation of Indian soldiers in World War II battles in France, consider the following classification approach. First, identify key elements. Subject, participation of soldiers, that is military history. Nationality of soldiers, that is Indian. Then events, World War II. Then theater of war, that is France. Theater of war means where the war is happened, particularly the place or land or sea or air. Then check for the whether ready-made class number is available for this title. So this one is a big title, so there will be no ready-made class number. So we have to assign the class number as per the schedule. So what will be the main class? History of Europe, that come under 940. Then time period. What is the time period? That is 1918 dash, that is comes under 940.5. Then military history of World War II, that comes under 940.54. Then campaigns and battles, that comes under 940.542. Then European theater of World War II, that is 940.5421. Then use table 2 for geographic modifiers or geographic location. Here there is an instruction, add to base number 940.5421 the number following -4 in notation 41-49 from table 2. From table 2 you will get the number of France, that is -44. Thus 940.5421 plus 44. Here add information for soldiers' nationality. That's mean what type of soldiers? The soldiers originated from the Indian country. That's mean Indian soldiers. So instruction, then use SS standard subdivision from table 1, then add table 5 specific ethnic national groups. From table 1 standard subdivision, there is a ethnic and national groups that comes under -089. From table 5 ethnic and national groups, that is Indians. Indians comes under 91411. So synthesis is 940.5421 plus 44. Here 4 is inside the bracket, that's mean you have to follow this number. 44 has been come from the table 2. Then 089, that is table 1, that is from standard subdivision. Then the number of Indians that has come from the table 5. So the final class number will be 940.542.140.899.141.1. So dear learners, so you have seen this title, how to classify this title. So you will not fear when you will prepare the class number as per the document. So here is another example, dear learner. So this example is historical research on Denmark in the period of union with Norway. So you have to determine first what will be the main class or class number. The title of the document is Historical Research on Denmark in the period of union with Norway. Now you have to classify this title with the help of DDC 23rd edition. So first step 1, we have to identify the key elements. So what will be the subject? Subject is historical research. Then geographic focus, Denmark and Norway. And then time period. What is the time period? Time period of union 1536 to 1814. Then step 2, determine the main class. History falls under 900, history of Europe falls under 940, history of Scandinavia falls under 948, Denmark and Finland falls under 948.9, period of union with Norway falls under 1536 to 1814 falls under 948.903. Then add standard subdivision for historical research. From table 1, that is standard subdivision, the Number for historical research is -0722. So hence the synthesis for this title will be 948.9030722, but you have to add another 0 as per the instruction on the schedule. So the final class number will be 948.903000722. So this is the lesson 1, learner. Today's class is over here. So here is the some example for your further reading. Dear learners, names of 4 books have been enlisted here for your reference and further readings. There are so many books, but you can consult or particularly for these books for your better understanding of the classification practice in the libraries or on practical use in the libraries as students or as classifiers. So you may consult these books after finishing this class. So thank you all the learners.